Hello, first grade. I know I just saw you, or it feels like I just saw you, but you are now seeing me, and it is Thursday. So we are going to pick up with the second part of our project. Remember, yesterday we worked on the spiral background, and they should be on the floor in your room drying. Today, we're going to work on drawing our penguins. Now, we'll have a little bit of work to do with our penguins. We're gonna work with a Sharpie. I know, our favorite thing. And I want you to be neat and careful with these today. We're not gonna use a pencil first. We're just gonna use a Sharpie, and we're gonna have some black coloring to do. So you're gonna wanna really use this wisely today. If your Sharpie gets dry or low, just ask Miss Boss, raise your hand, and she'll give you another one. I've got plenty. So we're gonna watch the first section of the video, and you're just gonna draw along with me today. I can't wait to see what you guys create. All right, you guys, today we are going to work on drawing these penguins. We're gonna do a little bit of drawing, a little bit of coloring, and then next week we're gonna finish our coloring and get it all together. So once you have your paper, you're gonna wanna put your name on the back with a pencil, just like we always do. So take a minute and do that first, okay? Then get your Sharpie ready. Once you're ready to go, we're gonna start at the top. We're gonna give our penguin a little hat by drawing a circle. And if you wanna thicken your circle up some and make it like a double line, you can. See, I'm not really worried about how perfect it is, but I've got my little circle right there, okay? Then we're gonna make two lines that come down. This is gonna be his hat. Because penguin, he's gonna need a warm hat. Then we're gonna make the bottom of his hat. We're gonna make a curve, and then we're gonna make two little kind of C curves out. You can see how we're getting his hat drawn. Then we're gonna make another curve down here. Okay, you got that far? Get your hat done. And then let's add some decoration on his hat. Let's put in some stripes right on his hat, okay? Now, let's put his face on before we do his head, okay? So let's start by doing a little V right here. See that? And I'm gonna color that in with my black Sharpie. I made a little V. It kind of looks like a nose. Then, I'm gonna make two eyes. I'm gonna make one eye here and one eye here. Now, we're not gonna leave them white like that. We're gonna fill them in so that they have a black spot. So take some time and make your eyes so that they have black in them. See how I just made like another circle inside that first circle? So one circle with a filled in black circle in between. And if yours don't look just like mine, that is just fine. Now let's give him a beak. We're gonna make a straight line and then a V to connect it. See that? So now he's got a beak. Now let's make the sides of his face. We're gonna make a C curve that goes this way and a C curve that goes this way. You see that? Now, to make these thicker, we're gonna do another C curve. So watch, we're gonna start up here again and we're gonna go out, almost like we drew a moon. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so this penguin's kind of chubby, and I like it like that. He has kind of chubby cheeks. And we're gonna fill that in very carefully with our black Sharpie. I know we don't often color with our Sharpie, but this is a perfect project to do that with. Notice how I'm not leaving any white space showing. I'm not scribbling. I'm using my Sharpie to completely fill in those shapes that I made for his cheeks or the sides of his head. Okay, I'm going slowly and carefully. I'm staying inside the lines. Oops, except right there. Sometimes I catch myself watching the camera and not watching what I'm drawing. Okay, so we got the sides of his head now. Now let's give him a scarf. So we're gonna connect this at the bottom, and then we're gonna do kind of like we did his hat. We're gonna do little C curves this way, and then a little swoop that way. See his scarf? Let's make his scarf hang down because that's fun. by making kind of a rectangle right there. You see that? We could put tassels on it. That's kind of cute, isn't it? And then let's put stripes on his scarf too. And they can go, I like my stripes, maybe not quite so perfect on his scarf. If you want to make a different design on his scarf or her scarf, you can. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, let's make our penguin body and belly now. We're gonna draw 2 lines for this. So we're gonna start at the scarf and we're gonna make one circle that goes all the way around. That's not really a circle, that's another C curve. It would be a circle if we connected it. And then we're gonna make another one that goes all the way around that one. Okay, now can you guess what we're gonna do now? We're gonna color this part in. Again, because penguins are that lovely black and white. It looks like they have little tuxedos on, and our penguin is definitely a kind of a cartoon version, cartoon penguin. So he is not gonna look exactly like a realistic penguin, but he's looking pretty good, isn't he? So take your time and get that colored. You can color along with me. I think, guys, I'm just gonna keep this video rolling until we get to the color part. So we'll do all of our drawing on this first video. Okay, so keep coloring. You guys are doing a great job. I'm so proud of you. I can't wait to see your finished penguins, or almost finished penguins. See how I did that? Now, he needs a couple more things before we stop. Let's give him some feet. So we're gonna make a line that goes straight out on each side. Now, that looks kind of funny right now. Those are not, like, his feet aren't finished yet. So let's do something else. This is gonna kind of be like making hearts. Let's make little V's, you see that? And then look for his toes. We can just do a simple curve like that. See that? And the same on the other side. See how I did that? So get his feet on there. Oh, it's really good, you guys. And we're gonna do 2 more things. He needs 2 wings. And let's see, I think I'm gonna make mine go a little bit different. I'm gonna make one curve down. So see how I put one wing on that side? And I'm gonna make the other one curve up like he's waving. You can do yours different, however you wanna do it. But we are gonna color in those wings too. Okay, so use your Sharpie again. Again, your Sharpie's getting a good workout today. If you notice your Sharpie running down, raise your hand and ask Miss Boss. She has some extras. Make sure you get all those white spaces filled in, but that you stay in the lines. See that? And now I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna color his other wing in, because we want that to be solid. So we've got this nice black and white penguin, and we're gonna go back and add a little color to him. So as I'm finishing this up, you guys, what I want you to do, I want you to get all your penguin drawn. Then I want you to gather a couple of things. We're gonna get a piece of chalk, which Miss Boss will have there in the room for you. And we're gonna gather up a couple of crayon colors. So go ahead and pick a couple of colors out of your crayon box that you want to use. Maybe an orange, and then 1 or 2 other colors that we're gonna use on his hat and scarf. So gather those things and we'll start the next section of our video. Okay, my first grade friends, I think we're ready to roll on with some color. First of all, I want you to find an orange. I have Vivid Tangerine here at my house. Ooh, that is really vibrant. Whatever kind of orange you want to use. Let's get his beak and his feet colored in. Okay, and you can use, if you have 2 different oranges, you can use 2 different ones. It does not matter to me, but I would go with orange. That'll make it stand out nicely. Color it all in. And just keep on coloring neatly. Get that beak and those feet done. The other thing I want you guys to do before we add our part that's gonna be chalk, I want you to get his hat and his scarf colored. So for mine, guys, I chose 3 colors. I chose kind of a violet red, a medium green, and a light green. I'm gonna turn my video off and finish coloring while you finish coloring yours. Again, we're gonna color the hat and the scarf neatly. So like, for example, if I'm gonna do a pattern, I'm gonna start with my red violet, and look how carefully I'm coloring in. Then I'm gonna go with my medium green. And then I'm gonna go with my light green, my lightest green. And then I'm gonna repeat that same pattern. So what color do I need to go back to? Yep, the red violet. Okay, and I'm gonna do this on my hat and my scarf. And you can choose whatever colors. You can use more colors, you can use however you wanna do it, but work on the hat and the scarf, and I'll meet you back here in just a few minutes. Okay guys, we are ready. We are colored. You see my penguin all nice and colored. So he is looking really good. We are ready for the very last step. And this is where you're gonna take your chalk and get to use a little bit of chalk on him. Now, chalk is really, really messy. You can see how it's already on my fingers. That's why we are doing this last, okay? Because it does make a mess. What I want you to do, don't do it yet, watch me first. We're gonna put a little bit of a shadow on one side of our penguin. We're gonna put it there, and we're gonna put it here. You see how I'm just kind of going back and forth? And that's as far as I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna make it stop here, okay? Now, you can do this a couple of ways. You can use just your finger, or if you prefer, you can stop and grab a tissue and do this. I've got a tissue in my hand, so maybe I'll use it too. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna lightly smudge this so that we have a blue shadow, kind of fuzzy shadow right at the edge. Now you can see how even mine, like it can get messy, okay? All of this is gonna get cut off, so don't worry about that. But I'm just kind of smudging my chalk so that it goes towards the inside of my penguin just a little bit. So you see how he has that nice cool shadow on him now? I might give it one quick dust off. Don't blow chalk on your neighbor. You should be far enough away that it shouldn't matter. But there is your finished penguin. So at the end of class today, this is, or close to this is what I want you to have. If you don't quite finish, that's okay. Remember, your name is gonna be on the back, and Miss Boss will collect these and leave these in the room. Next week, we will get our penguins cut out, and we're going to glue them on the beautiful backgrounds that you made earlier this week. Guys, I'm so excited to see your penguins come to life. Penguin says bye, and we will see you guys next week.